Hello and welcome to LSJ News. I am Bryony Dack. Bonfire Night came to Lincolnshire and many families were excited to celebrate the event together. However, this time of year brought significant amounts of stress and anxiety to animals across the country, from our beloved pets to wildlife. The bright flashes and loud bangs were extremely frightening for flight animals like horses and donkeys as they reacted in an erratic and destructive way, causing harm to themselves and others. It's been important to take advice seriously on how we can enjoy celebrations while keeping animals nearby calm and secure.
We ask for people to support the equine community by letting people know that have animals and equines close by, or potentially going to organised groups where there's been communication so that equine horse owners know that those fireworks are happening.
A singing initiative is being prescribed by GPs to combat loneliness and isolation in Lincolnshire. Lincolnshire Sings by Sound Links is aiming to support community choirs across the county as it has hosted several massed workshops. Their latest event saw over 300 singers come to the Lincolnshire Showground to learn, perform and socialise.
The GP in my village prescribes the community choir as part of their kind of things that they offer. There's a whole social prescribing element anyway that I know community singing is feeding into. I think just any kind of connection with people or any kind of vehicle that allows us to be able to communicate with other people, to do something which raises all your endorphins, it's incredibly good for you. Of course they should be prescribed, everyone should do it.
Boston's Rosegarth Square, one of the most deprived areas in town, is to have a huge £15 million transformation. The square is a key access point for the town's bus and railway stations. The overhaul is going to include a new park, art sculptures and improved seating. Works are expected to be completed by March 2026.
We should be well into finishing by the end of 2025, with looking to complete almost all projects by March 2026. So really, in all honesty, our local residents don't have long to wait now.
With darts on the rise, fans of all ages believe it's all fun and games. However, that's far from the truth. Debilitating conditions are a common part of the game across the world, but just how badly can it affect mental health? Jamie Chick reports.
Dartitis, a psychological issue that affects a darts player's ability to release their dart properly. It may sound like a made-up word, but it affects more players than the average fan would think. Right from the top of the professional game down to the amateur leagues, the condition can take a huge toll on mental health, as local player Cameron Andrews explains.
My enjoyment of darts has decreased dramatically. I now suffer with probably quite a lot of anxiety about the feeling of releasing a dart. I feel like it could be embarrassing and sort of neglect the feeling of playing darts again.
Famous players such as Eric Bristow, Barry Van Peer and Mark Webster have all suffered, and those who have had it are keen to shed a light on how it can change their mental state.
I feel like I now care more about what people think when I throw darts. I feel like that people maybe think that dartitis isn't the real thing, which maybe I was guilty of in the past, but now once having it, I realise it is a really serious condition and that I suffer with it personally.
Unfortunately, there is no such cure, and conditions can vary in seriousness from player to player, but as darts coach Daniel Paul explains, it can always leave a mental scar over time.
One of the cruelest things with dartitis is that even when you've learned to release the dart and throw it nice and clearly, you still can't quite get to the end of your throw quite often. And it's something you forget the feeling of. You just know it's not right.
Lee Mitchell has taken charge of Lincoln United Women. The former Lincoln City head coach lost his first game in charge over the weekend. Speaking to Jamie Johnson at Ashby Avenue, the new manager explained his targets for the season.
Obviously, got to stay in this league first and foremost. Obviously, the County Cup, but really, we want to. I think really people will see us a little bit under the radar. So we want to get the best out of these players and out of this squad, and just see what we can do the rest of this season really, and give ourselves a fantastic platform to springboard into the following seasons to come.
Lindham Hockey's wait for a first win of the season goes on. The Lincoln-based side lost 5-3 to Alton and West Warwickshire in their latest game and remain in the Division 1 North relegation zone. That's all from the LSJ News team. Don't forget to check out the LSJ website for more local news and support.